been talking a lot about swatting lately because of the whole investigation I'm doing into Pirate Software's claims about swatting. And while swatting is always bad, it's a really immature and stupid and dangerous thing to do. Someone you don't like exists online, so you try to get the police to kill them. It's pathetic. And I thought that was bad enough. But recently, the most disgusting case of swatting I have ever heard about has occurred with Grandma Crackers, an online YouTube content creator, obviously online YouTube content creator. If it's online, it's YouTube, or if it's YouTube, it's online. Content creator being swatted during a charity live stream to raise money for her grandson's cancer treatments, for her grandson's chemotherapy. This is an elderly woman that someone thought it was a great fucking idea to call the police and try to get them to come in and potentially kill her or her grandkids. Now, if you don't know who Grandma Crackers is, she's a YouTuber that she started her YouTube career in 2024 making Minecraft videos with her grandsons. Very sweet thing, very wholesome thing. It's an awesome thing to see. Something that should make people happy, make people feel a little bit brighter about the world, a little bit, you know what? Maybe things will be okay. There's a lot of bad stuff going on in this world, but there's still goodness and kindness in the world. But no, some degenerate piece of absolute fucking filth, the human embodiment of whale shit, decided that, you know what, I'm going to take not only the sweet thing that an elderly woman is doing to spend time with her grandkids, but now what an elderly woman is doing to spend time with her grandkids and raise money for one of their fucking chemotherapy, and I'm going to try to hurt them over it because I think it's funny. So apparently what happened is during this live stream, this happened on Monday, which would have been the 18th. The 18th, yeah. During this live stream, they've been live streaming consistently for 15 days. Like, there's the grandma and then 2 grandkids, so I imagine, I didn't watch the live stream, but I imagine it was, cycling out who was on. But continuous live stream for 15 days as part of a method to raise money for these cancer treatments. Someone called the police and told them,
"We got a call that Jack shot his grandma and killed her, and that he was going to kill himself." And right then I was like, whoa. Right as I heard that, it was kind of like a punch to the stomach.
This isn't the equivalent to some of the swatting that I uncovered about Pirate Software, where the majority of them were nuisance calls, were like, hey, this guy might hurt himself, or there's a fire. One of them was like, someone called in a fake fire report, where worst case scenario, it's a nuisance. People show up, oh my God, are you okay? Oh, you're fine? Okay, bye. And then one of them was a little bit more of a legitimate swatting call, where like someone actually said something similar to this, but said it wasn't him, it was someone else. This is an actual thing that would merit an armed police response. And it did. Apparently, how much is it? More than a dozen police officers from the area that they live in full tactical gear, riot shields, rifles, everything else, surrounded the house and were ready to kick down doors and go in and potentially stop this alleged murderer from being able to hurt themselves or hurt anyone else.
Countless times to streamers all over the country. Still, police had to take the situation seriously. They say Queen Creek police in full gear surrounded their home, asking each person to step outside with their hands up.
There were like 10, 15 cops, all with riot shields, ARs. All of them had ARs. And bright lights that can see down the whole street.
Jack says they then started going through the house and then checked on Grandma Crackers, who was asleep. Her stream shows officers walking into her room, eventually waking her up.
This is a tense situation. This is the sort of situation that gets people killed. This isn't a joke. This is not funny. This isn't something that you can laugh at. This isn't oh yeah, I called them and said that there's a house fire. Now the fire department showed up and they got oh my God, it was so funny, or some ridiculous shit like that. That's not funny, but at the very least, no one's going to get hurt about it. It's a waste of resources. It's obnoxious, but no one's going to get hurt by it. This is a situation where, depending on how the police reacted and depending on how the people, Jack Self, Sue, Yeah, Sue Jacques, I think I'm saying that right. And Austin Self, the grandma and her two grandsons, if they reacted the wrong way, if they moved funny, if they had an overly scared, trigger happy police officer that didn't know, didn't have the training, or was in a very tense situation, because these are very tense situations for both the victims and for the police officers, because they don't know what situation they're going into. As far as they know, they're going to a situation where someone has just murdered their grandmother and is planning on killing themselves, which means they have nothing to lose. So they believe that they're going into a tense situation where they need to be on guard. If anyone moved the wrong way, this could have been a tragedy. People could have gotten killed. It's disgusting. It's pathetic. Now, luckily, that's not what happened. Luckily, from the quote from Sue Jacques, Grandma Crackers.
They came in and one person took one arm and the other, and they just sort of escorted me out and they were apologizing.
So much love to this woman. Like I have not watched her stuff. I've heard about her. I never ended up watching her stuff, but this actually makes me want to watch her a little bit, just out of like pure respect, because this woman had something very dangerous happen, very awful happen, some pathetic piece of filth, some just an absolute human shit stain try to do something awful to her and her family. And instead of reading into the negativity of it, instead of losing her faith in the world, instead of getting angry or upset or condemning them, she chose to look at the light of this. Instead of being mad about it, she's talking about how beautiful and badass this one cop is.
And there was a police lady, gorgeous, beautiful, brown eyes. She was so sweet, but I think she could have kicked butt, if there'd been a problem.
But she, instead of being angry about it, instead of being upset about it, she looks to see the positivity of it. She even said,
I just wondered what my grandkids had done.
and I think that's cute. Like her first concern is like the police officers are getting ready to kick out the doors and do all this stuff, and she's like, what did Jack do? Did Jack get in trouble at school? And I think that's sweet. Now, all they know from the call is that the person had a French accent. They're not exactly sure where the French accent was from or like who it was, but they do know that the person had a French accent. But they don't have an idea of who this person is. Unfortunately, with a lot of swatting cases, you can't really figure out who the person is because of the number of VPNs and ways to reroute the calls and blah, 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 and all this different stuff that stops them from actually figuring out the perpetrator of this, which is why people think they can get away with this. But hopefully they do find a way. Hopefully this person slipped up. Hopefully this person didn't do all the right things they need to do to make sure they can get away with this and slipped up. Because I truly wish nothing but the worst for this person. I know that this is the part where a lot of online content creators are expected to say something along the lines of, well, I just hope that you mature and you realize how wrong your actions were, and you never do this again, and you become a voice for positive change. No, dude, whoever you are, I don't give a shit what your situation was. I don't give a shit what you went through in your childhood. I don't give a shit what you're going through now. The worst possible things could have happened to you your entire life, and I wish more bad things happen to you. I hope you get ass cancer. I truly hope you get ass cancer, and when the doctor comes, you get your oncologist and you're going in for chemo, they recognize who you are, and instead of giving you your chemo treatment, they give you AIDS. They inject you just straight with AIDS and then lock you in a cage to rot for the rest of your short, pathetic fucking life. Because I can see where, like, chronically online degenerate filth, it's like, I'm gonna swat someone like Pirate Software. He disagreed with something I liked online, so I'm gonna do it. Because at least that person, you can twist in your eyes to have in some way wronged you. They had a bad take online, and you think you're doing something about it. What the fuck did Grandma Crackers do to you? How do you justify this? How do you justify swatting? Because you might be able to try to justify to yourself and to some other pieces of shit why swatting someone like Pirate Software is okay. It's not. Don't fucking do it. But you might be able to justify that. But how do you justify swatting an elderly woman who is trying to raise money for her grandkids' cancer treatment? I truly do not understand any of this. It is... Anyways, The bright side of this, if there is one, is that Sue Jacqua, Grandma Crackers, has had a very positive outlook on this, with her saying,
I've got to get up tomorrow. I can't stay up and stew about this, so I took a Benadryl and went to bed.
this woman is handling this so remarkably well. It is impressive. It is impressive, the level of tenacity that she has and the level of strength that she has with this. And she goes on to say,
You think they're not going to tell me what I can do. They're not going to make me afraid to do that.
and then when talking about the amount of support that she's gotten from this,
They've been so kind, and they've been concerned about how I was. How are you doing?
that's the shit that we should be seeing online. We should be seeing communities built around people like this that want to help them and support them and not fucking hurt them because they think it's funny. I don't know who you are, who did this, but I wish you the worst. I wish you the absolute worst. Burn in hell. But with that, I'm out. I show some love to Grandma Crackers. She's raising money for her grandkids' chemotherapy. I'll link her stream somewhere in the end, or in an iCard, or in the description, depending on what I can do. Go show her some support. Donate money to her grandkids' cancer treatment if you can. But just, if you're this guy, or if you're thinking about doing something like this guy, get help. And if you don't get help and you do something like this, get ass cancer. Fuck you.